Hi, my name is Lindsay Moeller.
And my name is Piedad Ficklin.
I am Ryan Brown.
I'm Jeff Davis.
And we're here to present our project proposal, which is for a BYU Idaho Student Activities Calendar mobile application. Please proceed to slide 2. In this presentation, we will begin by introducing our application. We will then give an overview of the application details and how it will work. We will then go over the specific details for completing the project, why we feel there's a need, and how we plan to solve that need. We will then go over the outcomes and our plan for completion, the budget, our team's qualifications, and any necessary equipment. Please proceed to slide 3. BYU Idaho Student Activities Program offers many on-campus events and activities for clubs, academic courses, and just the school in general. To keep all students aware and up to date of events being offered, we propose to bring all of these different clubs, schools, organizations, and group-sponsored activities together in one central location, which is a mobile application. Please proceed to slide 4. Student Activities Program at BYU Idaho needs a way to reach more students to increase the attendance at their activities. We believe by creating this mobile application that we will solve this attendance problem. The application would make it easier for students to be aware of events and would allow the department to reach a wider number of students. Students would be able to get an overview of the month's activities by genre. The application would provide necessary info for each activity, which would include the date, the time, the location, any applicable fees, and any other specific information that students should be aware of.
On slide 5, we kind of go into the mobile, why we chose a mobile application instead of a website. I first wanted to go over the first thing, which is applications provide a more appealing and interactive user interface. Mobile applications also have ability to still view cache information while offline. Applications are also popular among the college-age students, and lastly, 2/3 of Americans own a smartphone, which makes applications easily accessible. The graph shows to the right, you can see the graph. The graph shows the popularity of mobile applications over mobile websites among men and women. Both men and women both use their mobile applications more than 3/4 of the time. So going on from there, on slide 6, we've included a mock-up of what we expect the final mobile application to look like. The application will show a month's worth of activities at a time. Displayed on a calendar page, the functionality of the application will allow for students to browse all activities and specify a category or categories and see only those results. The 9 categories of activities will be color-coded to differentiate them. When a specific day is selected, depending on the activity filters, all events for that day will be listed organized by event time. And so we can continue on to slide 7, and we're going to overview some of the details of the project.
First, creating this application will allow students to share the events through social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter. It will also allow students to see all events in advance, giving them more time to plan. Through this application, the Activities Program will be able to send out mass communications updating students on short notice. The college experience is more than just coursework and academics. Meeting new people and experiencing new things often helps students enjoy their college experience. And the Activities Program offers many new and exciting things for students to try. We expect the only incurred cost of this project to be maintenance and server space. These costs are expected to total less than $3,000 a year, and there will be no cost for development of the application as our team will undertake the responsibility free of charge. We plan to have the application fully developed by fall semester of 2017. In building this mobile application, we expect an increase in student participation in campus events and activities, and for the application to gain more popularity each semester. On slide 8, we discuss the existing problem and why there is a need to create this mobile application for BYU Idaho. Student involvement in campus activities and events is low because students are unaware of events and of the student activities website that announces these events.
So the website itself is lacking in that the default calendar view does not easily display more than a few events on one screen. The graphic on slide 8 shows that the current activities website event display. The information is only organized by time and not by the organization sponsoring the event. Adding color to differentiate events with increased readability. College is a time to grow and getting involved in campus events, and this is a great way to do this. The problem affects not only turnout at events, but also planning and preparation for events. This application will create a better university experience for students. Please proceed to slide 9. So our goal in creating this application is to ultimately increase student turnout at events by making it easier for students to find and view events and in turn plan for them. By making a simple calendar application, this will help make students more aware of activities as well as entice them to participate by giving them easy access to the specifics like time and date and location. By using color-coded button system, the students can tailor the app to their liking. If they don't want to see an activity, they can simply tap the circle to turn those events off. This will remove all corresponding circles from the above calendar and only allow students to see the activities for which they're interested.
On slide 10, we will overview the outcomes of this project. Our 3 main outcomes for this calendar application are: 1, that the application will be implemented by the start of fall semester 2017. So this means that that's when the application would be available for download in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. 2 is to increase student participation in activities by making it easier for students to know and be aware of events, which allows them more time to plan and schedule. And 3, to have the student activities group using the application to announce or promote their events or activities, all of them using it after 1 year. This would mean that students could find all the information regarding BYU Idaho activities and events in one location, which would be this application. So please proceed to slide 11. The image on this slide outlines the phases of development for this project. It also includes estimated timeframes and dates of completion. To meet our proposed release date of fall semester 2017, that means we need to begin the design phase by June 1st of this year, 2016. And on slide 12, we will detail each of these steps.
Yeah, so we have already, as discussed, previously designed the application, how we think it should go. The application will be built to support any display orientation on any device. This will ensure a uniform viewing experience with all application users. We will first develop an interactive prototype or working example allowing us to show our idea and direction. The application will be developed for both iOS devices as well as Android devices. This will allow a greater majority of students to access and use the application. Because it will be developed across both platforms, we anticipate the development phase to take the longest amount of time, and that's about 5 to 6 months. We anticipate finishing this phase in December 2016. When the build is complete, we will begin marketing. We believe the application will have better use and support from students as a free download. We will put our own time and energy into marketing it across the BYU Idaho social media accounts for Facebook and Instagram. We'll also make multiple email accounts to students, informing them of the application's upcoming release. Announcements and marketing of the application will begin near the end of the development phase and continue for up to 2 months after. Marketing will continue until the application is released in testing in May 2017. The second half of the development process can be found on slide 13.
When the spring 2017 semester starts, we will send out an email to new incoming freshmen asking for 100 volunteers willing to download and test our newly created mobile activities application. The only criteria the students must meet is to have an iPad, iPhone, or Android smartphone. We'll send out weekly tasks for our volunteers to perform. We will then have the student complete a short survey asking we'll then have the students complete a short survey asking questions regarding the tasks they were asked to perform. The testing phase will determine any bugs as well as how user-friendly the application is. The testing phase will continue for the duration of the semester, totaling 3 months and ending in July 2017. The last phase of development is the refining phase. In the final phase, we'll review the feedback from the student testers and make any necessary modifications before we release it to all students. The process should take 2 to 3 months, which puts us on schedule for our fall semester 2017 deadline. Please proceed to slide 14 for a detailed budget analysis.
Okay, so the 3 elements of the project we expect to require funds include development, maintenance, and server space. Short-term costs for the project would include the main development. However, because we're volunteering our time, these costs will not be incurred. Long-term costs will be for maintenance, like bug fixes, updates, and servers. The cost of maintenance will vary depending on the frequency of updates and amount of bug fixes needed. Initially, we will update once every 3 months. After the first year, we will transition to performing only semi-annual updates. The cost for the updates will be no more than 5% of the original cost to build the application, or around $300. Server costs are an ongoing monthly expense and depends on the number of users. So for 10,000 to 20,000 users, the cost will be $100 to $200 a month using Amazon AWS. For comparative purposes, the total on-campus enrollment for winter semester 2016 total just under 17,000 students. AWS is prepared for the amount of traffic we expect to have for this application, and the benefit of hosting the data on AWS is to keep stress off of BYU Idaho servers. The total pricing for 1 year of server space and maintenance will run approximately $1,500. Server costs can also be offset by allowing ads in the application.
Our team will preview all ads before they go live on the application to ensure that they are appropriate and are not offensive, or that they don't violate the BYU Idaho Honor Code. The graphic on this slide shows the total long-term costs associated with building and supporting this application. Slide 15 details each of our team members' qualifications, experience, and credentials. Piedad will act as our lead designer. She will be in charge of ensuring that a simple and user-friendly interface is implemented. She has a strong understanding of programming languages and is a stickler for details. To ensure the application is developed with the most current technology and follows the best practices, she will oversee this. Her attention to detail will enable us to make the final product clean and sharp. Jeffrey will be one of 2 lead developers. He is self-taught and has a strong drive to succeed. He will oversee that the code as it gets written, making sure that it's following best practices and that it is functional. His extensive experience in web development has earned him an expert status in many web languages. He also has a solid understanding of programming languages and will help move this project along efficiently.
Go ahead and go to slide 16 now. To talk about our other lead developer, Ryan, who will be in charge of reviewing and testing the code. He also has experience developing custom projects and websites. He has a solid understanding of development languages, frameworks, and development environments, and excels when it comes to PHP and MySQL. Lindsay will act as project manager as she currently is employed in this capacity. Her main responsibility include assigning specific tasks, communicating with students, activities, personnel, giving updates, making sure milestones and deadlines are met, and assisting the team where needed. Go ahead and proceed to slide 17.
Each of our team members already has access to all the programming software needed to successfully build this application. We will use GitHub as our main form of collaboration and code sharing because it allows us to save and share files without needing to email back and forth. Each member also has Xcode, which is a free development environment provided by Apple for development of iOS applications. It includes an interface builder that will allow us to create the actual look of the interface. For the Android application, the team has Android Studio, which is comparable to Apple's Xcode, and that it provides them with the development tools necessary to create an Android application. Android Studio also provides access to Google's APIs, allowing the application to work on Android-powered devices. The final resource needed to complete this project is a server to host the application. AWS is prepared for the amount of traffic we expect to have for this application and makes the application auto-scalable and elastic load balancing, meaning the application will scale up or down based on the demand. Please proceed to slide 18.
So in conclusion, we believe that this mobile application will provide a simple way to reach students regarding campus activities and events. Our goal is to provide a positive experience using the mobile application, which will result in higher student participation in events and better communication between activities program and students, and improvement of student overall college experience. By building this mobile application, we expect an increase in student participation in campus events and activities, and for the application to gain popularity in each semester. By giving students this resource, it allows them to take advantage of these activities, and by participating, they will grow spiritually, mentally, and socially, supplementing their educational experience. And this concludes our presentation. Are there any questions that we can answer for you?
I don't have any at the moment.
I don't